Willow is easily one of the most underrated characters in Don't Starve Together, and is significantly better than a lot of supposedly OP characters, such as Wortox and Wigfrid, and in this video I will explain why. But first off, we need to define what a good character is, because we all know there are objectively good characters and objectively bad characters, and this comes down to two important traits, which is a character's DPS and a character's speed. And Willow has both of these, and I will explain why in this video. First off is DPS, and we will be comparing Willow to Wigfrid, who has a 1.25 damage multiplier, while Willow has Bernie, who deals about 50 damage per hit. In a race to kill Deerclops the fastest, Willow won by a significant margin, as you can see in the video clip shown. This is because the extra damage that Bernie gives far outweighs the extra damage that Wigfrid gets, and on top of this, Willow is not punished for insanity during boss fights, and is able to get extra hits in while kiting if the boss gets targeted on Bernie. All of this combined leads to a nearly 10-second kill difference, which cements the fact that Willow does in fact have a higher DPS than most characters. This brings us to our next point, that Willow is also one of the fastest characters in the game, outside of characters like WX78 and Wormwood. For the speed test, we will be comparing Willow to Wortox, and while doing so I'm also going to bring up a counter-argument brought up in my last video about how Wortox can just kill butterflies to get souls. However, there is on average 15 seconds between each butterfly spawn, no matter how many flowers you have, meaning to soul teleport 2 places, you need about 30 seconds of gathering souls, meaning that Willow would get a 30-second head start on Wortox. When you take this into account, Willow absolutely annihilates Wortox and gets to the end over 2 times faster than Wortox does. Also, because of Bernie, Willow is not punished as heavily for insanity, and is able to spend less time fighting shadow creatures, while getting more nightmare fuel, which allows her to wear the Magiluminescence, and thus save more time and be faster than your average character. As you can see, Willow has one of the highest DPSs in the game, and is one of the fastest characters in the game, which leads us to her downsides, which are that she freezes faster, and that she has a higher sanity loss. However, for most advanced players or even beginner players, freezing won't really be a problem for you, and the sanity loss is hardly a downside, and even if it was bad, Bernie just counteracts it anyway. And these downsides are minimal compared to other characters like Wolfgang and Wortox, who have to eat 2 or 3 times as much food as other characters. So when you have a character that has some of the highest speed and DPS in the game, along with essentially no downsides, you can't really argue that they're a bad character, especially when you have people putting Wortox as an S tier character when he's just god-awful. I hope I changed your opinion on Willow, and if you liked the video, please subscribe to make Wilson happy.